think the essential part of any landscape photographer is to keep fit and healthy. It makes it easier when you're climbing those hills, trust me. Right. Today's proving to be a little bit of a disaster. Traffic on the way here has been a nightmare. Now blocked on the way up to a place called Aber Falls, but we're not going to let that put us off. We're going to, once this guy's stopped delivering his goods, we'll move on. Some days you get days like this when you're up against it completely. So anyway, we'll battle through. Yeah, bit of a traffic jam going to start behind us in a minute. I've been here about 10 minutes now. So I'm hoping to go to a place called Aber Falls. It's about 2 miles up the road. I could probably park the car here, but yeah, I'll just be blocking the road myself. Yeah, Aber Falls, we're going to head up there, do a couple of shots. It's a place I've been before. Never vlogged from there though, just done a few sort of snapshots really. We're going to see what it has to offer today. Weather conditions aren't that great. It's a little bit cloudy, very sort of grey, but it's meant to. The forecast is for it to brighten up a little bit later on, so we'll see what that does. And yeah, hopefully we'll be on our way in a little while. Well, I finally made it here. The road was blocked for about another 10-15 minutes from when I spoke to you last. Right, we've just arrived at Aber Falls now. We're going to head down, probably hear in the background the stream. We're going to see what this place has to offer. I've come in a slightly different area, so yeah, could be quite interesting. See what we get. So, what's today going to bring? Who knows really. I think with the cloud formation the way it is, the forecast for sunshine in the afternoon, I don't know, it could be for a good sunset, could be a little bit flat like it is now. Not complaining, because this is the first time I've been out in a while, and the first time I've actually vlogged for a while. I think it's about a month since I've last done my my previous vlog, so apologies for the delay in getting this one out. Yeah, no excuse for it really, just busy with work and other things. On the drive into North Wales, it's quite difficult on working out where to go. I was sort of toying the idea of going to Betty Coed and finishing a walk that I did on a previous vlog, or head over towards Anglesey. I think I'm going to head towards Anglesey, but I've stopped here just to see what the weather conditions turn out like in the next sort of hour or so, and then that'll be my final decision. But currently Anglesey is my next location. See where that works out. I would like to say it's pleasant standing here, but it's not. It's like standing at a power shower really. Freezing cold under that. Oh right, I'm gonna have to move locations, but how spectacular is that in full flow? Not great for photography, but great for just standing here and experiencing it. Wow, immense.
Said I'm gonna win. Catch me down on me. Just don't get enough of me. Said I'm gonna win. Catch me down on me. Just don't get enough of me. Said I'm gonna win. Catch me down on me. Just don't get enough of me.
So I've just moved down a little bit from where the falls are, just try and get another perspective of the river coming down from the waterfall. So yeah, I'm just going to stick around this location for a little bit. I'm not sure if you can hear me with the running of the water, but yeah, such a beautiful location. Just going to head a little bit round, see what else I can get, but I'll probably stick back over to where I'm used to. But yeah, whew, manic, but so lovely as well.
Just don't get enough from me. Said I'm gonna win.
Oh, move away from the water a little bit. So loud, just behind us. What I'm doing now, I'm going to do some long exposure shots. So I've put the Lee big stopper on the front of the camera, just to give you that smooth effect. It's currently coming in at about 30-second exposure, but I'm going to try and do slightly less, probably about 25 seconds, just to ensure that the white in the waterfall isn't too white. The focus point is on the bridge just in the foreground, and obviously we've got the waterfall in the distance, but I just want to really make sure that waterfall remains white and not blown out in the highlights. I've got to say, this location, although it's very beautiful, it's also very busy as well. I thought today would be very quiet, kids are back at school, I thought the holidays would have stopped, but it's just full of couples and dogs walkers and things like that. So if you're going to come here to Aber Falls, it's worth noting that it can be quite busy, and certainly over a weekend. But yeah, we're not going to let that stop us. We'll carry on and see what we can get. Currently waiting for a man to move who's plonked himself at a rock just by the bridge. I wouldn't mind, he looked over at me, the camera, everything else, and just stared at me and then just plonked himself down. So yeah, having to be a little bit patient, which for those of you who know me, isn't my strongest point, but hey ho, we'll wait a little bit longer, and I think this one's worth getting a shot. I'm focusing on there's a branch just in front of the camera now with some red berries on. They're a little bit faded, obviously it's the end of the summer, but I'm hoping to get that, incorporate a little bit of colour into the foreground interest, and then with the long exposure to the waterfall as well, cascading. What I do like about this shot is you've got the waterfall in the distance, and it looks as if it's disappeared into a tree. And then you've also got the river sort of bending round underneath the bridge. So yeah, with those sort of three elements in, I think it could make for quite an interesting image. You'll be the judge of that. But yeah, wait for this guy to move, and then we'll start doing a little bit more photography. If that ever happens. Right, I'm going to head up to the top part of the waterfalls now. Try and just get a little bit of a different perspective from this. Down here is just a minefield for photography. So many different compositions you can get. Every single one of my shots at the minute have been focused on the waterfall. But if you've got a little bit more time, you can certainly work out other compositions going down river, etc. Instead of just the honeypot shots. So yeah, we'll head up to the top now, see what we can get, and then head back to the car and go to my next location. Judging by the weather conditions, I'm still undecided. Still very much undecided. But we'll see what it's like by the time we get to the car and start the engine up. All right, let's go. was saying before about fitness and photography? Yeah, makes this sort of trek a little bit more pleasant, he says. So we're on Wales. It is such a beautiful location, this. It's just wild. What else you can get? Oh. Nature at its most beautiful. Wow. Well, it looks like the sun's actually started to come out over the over by Anglesey now, which I can just see down through the valley. So I think that sealed the deal. I'm going to head off to Anglesey once I've finished here now. So yeah, show you the images and see what we've got. Such a beautiful location there. I'm not sure what it will be like with the right weather conditions in the sun. I don't know where the sun sets or rises in respect with that location. I don't know if it's a good location for sunrise or sunset, but it's certainly a nice location to stop off on the way to anywhere really. Even if you spend an hour here with your photography, you'll come out a lot better photographer. Yeah. Bit of a honeypot location. Well, back in the car. Something to eat, and then head off to Anglesey. That's my final decision today. Anglesey is the final decision. So once I've got a little bit of energy back, and apologies for the pink bowl by the way, yeah, once I've got my energy back, I'm going to head off, get back onto the expressway, go across over towards Menai and work out whereabouts I'm going then. So don't know where to go really. It's currently about it's 2:45 now. So yeah, in time for sunset, if that ever happens. Well, sunset will happen, but whether it'll be a good one or not, I don't know. And yeah, we'll head off after I've eaten some well-earned pasta, and yeah, see you in a bit.